They said goodbye once, then they came back. Now, with Downton Abbey 3, the story seems to be closing its doors for good. But is it really the end, or just the beginning of something new? Before we look at the final chapter, let's take a step back. Downton Abbey isn't just a show or a movie series. It's a world that millions have fallen in love with. It's a story about family, tradition, and change. And it all began with a letter. A letter that sank with the Titanic in 1912 and set off a chain of events that would shape the lives of everyone inside the grand estate called Downton Abbey. The original series followed the wealthy Crawley family and their loyal servants. It showed us the beauty of upstairs elegance and the challenges of downstairs duty. We watched as the family dealt with war, loss, marriage, secrets, and modern life creeping into old traditions. Lady Mary, strong and sharp, trying to protect the future of the estate. Lord Grantham, torn between duty and change. And of course, who could forget the sharp tongue and wise words of the Dowager Countess, played perfectly by Maggie Smith. By the end of the series in 2015, it felt like the family had found peace. Many storylines were wrapped up. The future of Downton seemed safe, but fans weren't ready to let go, and neither were the creators. That's why the first Downton Abbey movie, released in 2019, felt like a gift. It brought back almost the entire cast and gave us a royal visit that shook things up once more. A king and queen coming to Downton? That's no small event. It gave us drama, humor, and heart. But it also reminded us of something else. This story still had more to give. Then came the second film, Downton Abbey, A New Era, released in 2022. It took things even further. The family traveled to the south of France after Violet Crawley surprisingly inherited a villa. Meanwhile, back at the estate, a silent film production arrived, turning Downton into a movie set. The contrast between old traditions and a changing world became even clearer. We saw the characters grow older, face new dreams, and deal with loss. One of the most emotional moments came when Violet's health declined, and she passed on her title and wisdom to Lady Mary. That scene alone made many fans feel like the end was near. But even then, it still didn't feel like a full goodbye. Some stories felt complete, but others were left open. What would happen to the estate in the next generation? Would Mary continue to carry the weight of it all? Would the servants finally find peace and purpose after years of service? That brings us to now Downton Abbey 3, the so-called final chapter. With this new film, we are promised one last chance to walk the halls of that grand house, to hear the soft clink of teacups, and to see those characters we've grown to love face their last challenges together. Understanding where we are now means remembering how far we've come. The Crawleys have survived scandal, war, and time itself. They've watched the world change and tried to hold on to what matters. Downton Abbey has never been just about fancy clothes and beautiful scenery. It's about people, flawed, proud, loving people, trying to find their place in a world that keeps changing. And that's why this story matters. Because we've seen them grow, struggle, and adapt. And now, as we prepare to watch their final chapter, we do it with full hearts, knowing we've walked this long road with them. So the question remains, with everything they've been through, can this really be the end?